Hey everybody, Gamer Kaz here with PR Catalyst, or Kyle for the sake of this video. This will be our first episode in our new series, How to Become a Better Dancer. Disclaimer though, this is more like related towards popping and hip-hop type dancing. But anyway, in today's episode, you're going to learn how to
do an arm wave. Alright, so today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to do an arm wave. An arm wave is pretty much just 3 separate isolations in your arm. And the first one is the wrist. You bring your wrist down like that. And I like to bend my arm slightly because I think it gives it more of a wave feel, but you don't really have to. And the second step is your elbow, which is actually the hardest step, so I'll go more into detail about this one. What you want to try to do is move your elbow back without moving the rest of your arm too much. It's kind of hard to not move it at all, but the more you keep it isolated, the better it works. So you're going to want to go for something like this. And then the next step is the shoulder. And pretty much all it is you shrug your shoulder and straighten your arm out. So, boom. And then now you have to transfer to the other arm. So when you do that, you just bring this shoulder down and the other shoulder up. And now it's just the same 3 steps with this arm, just in reverse. So now you guys got to go to your elbow, which is again the hardest one, like that, without moving the rest of your arm, and then back to the wrist, and then flat. And then eventually, when you put it all together and you do it in a fluid movement, it looks like that. I'm going to go more into detail about the second step of the arm wave, which is the elbow. It is definitely the hardest step to get down, so I'm going to be doing it at different angles to show you guys exactly how it's supposed to look when you are practicing. I'll do it from the side first. Pretty much when you have the wrist step, you want to go for something like this, where your arm can't move. So it's just the elbow that's moving up, nothing else. And it'll look like that. That's what it looks like from the side. And I'll do it from the back. And I guess I'll show you guys from shoulder to elbow as well. And this is from the back. Alright, to do a good arm wave, you're going to want to practice the steps enough so you could do them with both arms at a pretty quick pace. I guess pretty much what you're aiming for is something like this. You should be able to do this. And do it the other way. When you start out, you're probably going to want to try just practicing the wave one way, usually starting with your dominant arm, but you really want to practice both arms because you want to be able to wave in and out with both arms. See, I'm waving in with my left right now, out, in with my right, out. You want to be able to pretty much create the same wave with both arms. Alright, after you get the steps down with the arm, you want to start moving on to the fingers, which pretty much just gives you a better wave effect. And the fingers are just 2 joints. They're your knuckles, so it's really not that hard. The first thing you want to do with your hand is bend your front knuckles first. That's step 1. And then step 2 is you bend your middle knuckles. So you go from here, like that. And then you would go to the wrists, the elbow, the shoulder, elbow, and then wrist, knuckles, bend, out. And then that just throwing in the fingers really puts a good effect to the end of your wave. It kind of looks retarded without it. Another technique to do if you're waving from arm to arm is to throw in your chest in the middle, because it kind of helps create the illusion from one side of your body to the next. So pretty much just after the shoulder step, you would just pop your chest out and then keep going, and I guess it just looks like
I'm
that.
just gonna
give you some closing tips. Most importantly, practice these steps in front of a mirror because you want to make them look right, especially the elbow step. You don't want to make this step look wrong because then your wave is going to look really dumb. Yeah, if you practice it enough, you'll just be able to isolate each part of the wave pretty quickly, and eventually you'll just be able to do that.
Alright guys, that about wraps up today's episode on how to do
the arm wave.
If you liked what you saw today, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, follow us on Twitter, friend me on Facebook, and stay tuned for next time.